A live look outside on this dangerously cold day. There is a brief, and I say brief, warm up in our future. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Kelly Jackson.
And I'm Mike Bush. And when we say warm up, we're talking teens and 20s. In fact, there's another weather impact alert day on Wednesday. We have team coverage tonight. We begin with Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell.
And it's not for snow, so just put that out there right now. We're not expecting any big wintry weather other than the cold, which we continue to deal with right now around the St. Louis area. And you're looking at the cold weather alerts that are off to the east and southeast of St. Louis. They're still continuing there, but overall the cold has eased, and it will continue to ease a little bit as we go through the nighttime hours tonight. We're talking about temperatures across the region that are mostly in the double digits. Now, there are some exceptions to that. Flora is 0 right now. Litchfield's 4. The wind died off in St. Charles at Smartfield. The temperature went down. You look at the wind chills that we're looking at. It doesn't take much of a breeze to knock your wind chills back below 0. So east of St. Louis in particular this evening, that's when it's going to be the most brutal, but nothing like to the extent that we had earlier this morning when it was so cold, wind chills 25 to 30 below 0. Now Wednesday morning and again from Friday into Sunday, we're expecting another prolonged period here of dealing with those cold wind chills, and that means wind chills again back into that 10 to 15 degree below 0 range. You're going to need the extra layers to cover that exposed skin for any amount of time you have to spend outside. The good news is tomorrow and Wednesday during the daytime hours, we're back into the upper 20s, approaching 30 degrees.
All right, Scott. Well, St. Louis City officials say the next 24 to 48 hours will be critical in getting roads back into good condition. Justina Coronel attended a news conference earlier today with an update, and she joins us live from Dogtown at Tam and Clayton. Justina, from where you are, how are the roads looking?
Yeah, so I'm going to just point to the ground to just show you. So these side streets here, there's definitely more snow on the ground. We're seeing a little bit of pavement trying to make it through, trying to fight its way, but we're not seeing the clear pavements like we are with Hampton. That was just beautiful to see the pavement below you. But here we're still seeing some snow and some work that still needs to be done. Now, there are several factors today that help the streets department. One was the sun. Now, just yesterday, the streets department director, James Jackson, just explained they tried to use salt, but the salt started to freeze in their dumps. That's how cold yesterday was. But today it was still cold, but with the sun's assistance, the ice melting chemicals became more effective to get bare pavement. Also helping is the equipment services division. Now, those crews work 12-hour shifts to fix trucks to get them back on the road quickly. We're told this cold weather has been really tough on electronics on those trucks, and these trucks are taking a beating. Another helpful fighter in this snow cleanup, the city has added extra contractors to double their fleet. Now this is getting the job done even faster.
Our promise to the city is that within 24 to 48 hours, we will have the city back open. That's what we're working to do.
Now, their main focus has been main roads, secondary roads, and hill routes. And with those hill routes, they've also been able to do residential areas, so that's been a bit helpful. Reporting live, Justina Cornell, 5 on your side.
MoDOT says drivers who stayed home and off the roads helped save lives. Traffic dropped nearly 80%, giving crews room to clear roads and limiting those serious crashes statewide. Our Megan Kernan is tracking those conditions near St. Louis in the 5 on your side storm tracker. Megan.
Mike, we are on I-55 northbound near St. Louis, where road crews say drivers helped make a huge difference this weekend. Now, MoDOT, along with St. Louis County and Jefferson County officials, thanked the public for staying off the roads because many of you stayed home. They were able to do a better job at clearing the roads more quickly and safely. Now, you are looking at road conditions in Barnhart from earlier. We've seen plows out all day, and crews have done an amazing job working nonstop to get to this point. Now, MoDOT says they've had no major problems in more than 24 hours. Director Ed Hassinger tells me, quote, people staying off the roads was probably the single most important thing that allowed us to make the progress we've made so far. MoDOT says crews have now logged more than 1 million miles clearing roads, and they're urging drivers to continue slowing down down and plan ahead, especially on secondary routes that may stay snow covered for days. Arnold picked up about 11 inches of snow, but both Jefferson and St. Louis counties tell me crews were able to remove the bulk of it yesterday, and the sunshine today helped improve conditions despite that bitter cold. Jefferson County officials tell me night crews will start around 10:30 tonight to address any potential refreeze. And here's an important number for you tonight. MoDOT says they had just one weather-related traffic death statewide, which is well below average for a storm of this size. So shout out to all of you who stayed home this weekend. Live in the Storm Tracker, Megan Kernan, 5 on your side.